Okay, so our heroes are they camped out. They went to that forest, found a good spot to hang out and set up camp. They're around the campfire and healed up and interrogating this guard or this ambusher and trying to find out what's up with him. And they discover from him, he confesses that it's Lady Rana set out teams on every road to try and capture or to try and ambush the adventurers and kill them before they got on their way anywhere else. I think I don't know. What would they do? What would they do? What do you think they would do? Would they send him back with word to Lady Rana to fuck off? Or would they just kill him and bury the body? I'm kind of feeling like they would just kill him. I mean, they were going to kill him anyway. They killed all the other ones. The only thing that's going to happen if they let him go is that the troops are going to get posseed up and come after him. So, I mean, it's going to be obvious which way they went out of town because these guys are going to disappear. But maybe they won't notice for a while. I think Grandma and maybe Ire. I don't think Ire's going to care. Rot is basically not going to care. I think the only one of these characters that would really care is Knit, and I think on principle only, she would prefer not to kill this particular guy. But I think she's been around enough. She knows. It's either him or us, and so I think they all are going to agree that this guy, they're just going to slit his throat. He's bound up anyway, so it's really not going to matter much. And maybe rifle his shit and get 5 coins from him. I'll put 5 gold down. And maybe they'll rifle the others. Let's give them 15 gold. They'll rifle the other bodies, drag them off, and then bury them in the woods. Feed them to the wild animals. So they're gonna camp up. They've camped up long enough to heal. So they've lost a little bit of time. But I think that it was worth it because Grandma was definitely down and needed to heal up. So what happens next? I think that our heroes decamp, clean up all the traces of where they were, and they head off to the they're now at the edge of the swamp. This is the edge of the area on that map that they found, and they're looking out at this awful expanse of goop and swampiness and whatnot. And they're going to head out across the swamp. And let me just take a look really quick. So as they head out across the swamp, they see in the distance. I forgot to set this. I actually had this guy set up, but then I forgot. Is that the right one? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, okay, well. No, let's use this one. So way off in the distance, they start to see somebody, and as they try to catch up, they're unable. He like blinks out of, like he essentially just blinks out and appears somewhere else, like with it doesn't seem to have traveled the distance between the two spots. So there's something definitely weird, but anytime they get close, this person disappears from their vicinity and shows up somewhere else. And then they finally lose track of him. But that's an interesting thing that happens as they're in the swamp. And then the swamp, sort of after traveling for quite a while, the swamp starts to dry up a little bit. It's in the middle of the swamp, so I mean this is just like a jungle area of swamp. It starts to get thicker and harder to travel, and as they approach, we're going to do another scouting check with ire. Let's have ire do a scouting check really quick. +3 +4, so +7 total. 13, so that is success. Ire is going to notice that there is another ambush. This time, it's only 3, but there are 3 of these enemies have managed to fast march, or that maybe they were coming the other way, but they are hiding in the woods, in the jungle, waiting to ambush these our heroes. So I think they're going to get ready. Grandma is, since they've noticed them ahead, Grandma is just going to continually try to cast Divine Shield and Holy Bulwark on everybody until everybody is stocked up. So we'll give a collective countdown for immunity of 4. And then everybody has an extra heart of damage to absorb. Which is probably what they should have done the first time. So I think Grandma might... well, no, she's immune. So she'll head off to one. Rot will head off to one. Ire. I think Ick will head off with Grandma. And so they're going to sneak up and attack those guys. So let's go ahead and start with Rot. And, you know, they went back and they collected all of their weapons and stuff from the corpses of the other guys. So, you know, we got all our daggers back and whatnot. And actually, let's increase the challenge rating a little bit. Let's go ahead and go up to 11. This one goes up to 11, but that was a success either way. So we're gonna do weapons damage plus 2. So that's 6 total on that one. And next up is Ire. Ire is going to attack with spear. No. Let's go ahead and do dagger. 8, 9, 10, 11. That is exactly enough. So we're going to go ahead and do weapons damage of 4 on that one. Okay, so there. Next up is going to be Ick. Ick will use a sling. 17, that is definitely a hit. And that is going to be base damage is only a 1. But Grandma is going to come up with her staff and try and whack this guy in the head. And that is a miss. So that was Knit, went up, and then, so we're done. Okay, so this one is going to try to attack Ire. And it is a success, but it does nothing. And then this one is going to attack Rot. And it is a miss. And then this one is going to attack Ick. And it is a 20, so that is a hit. That is a hit. And a palpable hit. Wow, so that is 13. Holy crud. So that is going to completely decimate. Oh, no, wait. No, wait. It's not. It is not a hit. I mean, it is a hit, but it doesn't matter because she's immune. Okay. Good thing. Okay, so we're back up at the top. So it's Rot is up. Rot is going to attack again and see how we do. That is a 16. That is a hit. And so that is going to be weapons damage plus 2. Do not need to roll 2 dice. 5, 6, 7. And plus, yeah, that's plenty. That's plenty enough to kill that guy. So that guy is gone. And next up is Ire. Ire will do the thing with the thing. With the dagger. Yeah. So plus 3. That is a hit. And weapons damage is 2. So that's 6 total on that guy. And then we are at Ick. Ik will attempt to hit with the sling. As a 14, that is a hit. And a successful hit. And just plain weapons damage. Oh, man, come on. Another one? Jiminy Christmas. Graminette is up. So she is going to attempt to just bonk him on the head. And that is a 9. And that is not successful. They're not doing so good over on that corner. Okay, so then these guys are up. So this one is going to attempt to attack. Oh, and we're counting down. And it's a 1. It is not a critical failure, but it's a 1. And then this one is going to attack Ik. And it's a successful attack, but it does nothing because she's immune. Which is awesome. And we are back up at the top with Rot. Rot is going to move to this one, since they're doing so bad, and is going to attempt to attack. Bonk it on the head. That is definitely a success, which is going to be weapons plus 2. And that is 6, which is 8. Not enough to put him down, but he's definitely hurt. Ire is up. And Ire is going to attack that one again. And that is a 6, which was not enough. Nope, not enough. So that's a miss. Ik is up. Hitting with the sling. 17 is enough. Do weapons, plain weapons damage is a 6. So that is enough, definitely, to take that one out. And now we are to Graminette. I think Graminette is going to hold. And we're going to go to the top of the line. So this guy is going to attempt to attack. Maybe he doesn't see the other fellows drop. He's still hearing combat, so he thinks it's going on. He's going to attempt to attack Ire. And it's a 10. So her AC is 10. I do need to double check. The enemies using sword and the damage is terribly ineffective. Change that d6 roll to a 2d6. No, that's challenge tuning. Maybe I'll look that up later. I'm gonna take it that hold on a second. Yeah, anyhow. blah 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 blah. Because it doesn't matter, because she's immune. So let's go ahead and hit the top of the roster again. Ra is going to rush over here and attack this guy. 17 is a hit. That is a d6 plus 2. And that is another 5. And that is successfully enough to send this guy to his maker. That was, generally speaking, a much more successful bit of combat when they are all suited up like that. That's not so bad. So they're definitely attempting to get these ambushes. So after being ambushed, or, after spoiling the ambush, our heroes then find themselves in a clearing with a camp. And in this camp, as they approach the camp, it's getting late. But there's a large there's 4 people hanging out at this hut in this clearing in the middle of the jungle. There's a middle-aged couple, elderly man, and an attractive young woman, and they come they greet warily, but feeling pretty confident with themselves after that combat. They greet these people. They can see in the distance from here. They can see from the map. It appears that it is the same. That there is a tower that is within distance, but it's getting to be nighttime. Time to sort of rest up and maybe start in the morning. So apparently this is a group of scavengers, and they come in when the water in the swamp recedes enough. They come into this area to try and find different antiquities and treasures and things like that, and they look around to see if they can find anything to grab and maybe sell on the open market. And when they're asked about the tower that is clearly visible from their camp, they all pretty much avoid the topic. And saying just terrible, blood and bones and just awful, terrible. That they, in spite of that, they go ahead and they are invited to camp overnight here. So they will camp here and then head off in the morning. So as the heroes are camping with the family of treasure hunters, they manage to talk to the young daughter about the tower, and she relates that after not wanting to talk about it, she finally starts to warm up to the group, maybe feeling a little bit of camaraderie with the group, and ends up telling a little bit of a story, and that she had actually managed to get into the tower, and basically relates that there's something horrible inside, and when I was inside, I feel eyes like cold gray stones watching, and I pretend there's a circle around the building, and I dance around and tease it, pretending that I'm going in, but I never go in. I don't want anything that horrible place uses as a lure for greedy men. When I see it, I think of a horrible giant of stone lurking with a big stone club, waiting to crush and maim honest folk. And she's never seen anybody like living there or anything like that, but she pretty much avoids the tower because it makes her afraid. There's something is alive. It waits. Nothing anyone else can do can make her go near that tower. She says. She just knows it's evil, and she also realizes that the PCs are after that treasure. So she knows what they're there for, that they're there for that tower.